going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, going to get back to doing some draft coverage and looking at some key prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft as we inch closer to that last weekend in April. But hey, do me a quick favor, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. You know what to do here at Ballard Sports Media. Today we are looking at one in Abdul Carter of Penn State, who had a pretty good year last year as a junior. He's had three really good seasons, I would say, for Penn State. He had 12 sacks last year. He forced two fumbles, did not get any picks. He got one in 2023 in his sophomore season for the Nittany Lions. He's from Philadelphia. 6'3", 259 is his build. He's got 12 sacks from last year, two forced fumbles, 43 solo tackles. He never really had to assist on any tackles either. He really could do it all on his own, and I like a guy like that. When I look at Abdul Carter, I look at a guy that is fierce, that is fast, that's what I like to call for some defensive guys. I said this about Travis Hunter, I believe. I said he's like a heat seeking missile. He just knows where he's going to the football. In a better way, it's like the ball has a magnet that's attracting him to it. It's like he just goes up to it. So we'll play some highlights here. As we talk about him, he's just so fast off the edge and he can help collapse the pocket. And overall, Abdul Carter is just, it seems like him. Maybe it's criminal to do this. I know that we could say generational talent so many times in this era of college football. And I understand saying it about Travis Hunter from Colorado. I have no problem personally saying it about Abdul Carter. He's just phenomenal. He's not your ordinary edge rusher. He's fast. He makes me think like Will Anderson of Alabama, who's with the Texans now. And it makes me think of Will Anderson on steroids. It makes me think of that Quentin Williams that Alabama had that got drafted to the Jets a few years ago. I remember they were making jokes about him on NFL Network about how he's slippery like soap and he just moves so quickly between the tackles that he can get to the quarterback like that and he can just push through a line. I think that's Abdul Carter. I think he's got the burst and acceleration off the edge like a Will Anderson, and then the way he can move through tackles in space I think is kind of like Quentin Williams of Alabama, like I said back in the 2018, 2019 draft, going back, I believe pre-COVID. So, and the Jets, of course, took Quentin Williams, but and you're seeing it here. I mean, he's just really, really good. Look at this. He had an arm around his neck, and he still pushed through. And this was a USC game that they had ended up winning too. And a big part of the games that they were able to win was because of guys like Abdul Carter. So I really look at this and I say that Abdul Carter is a man on his own. He is just the overall talent by himself. The way that he plays. And you could say, well, he's had a great defensive coordinator. He's had, you know, this player with him and that player. I really think 12 sacks on the year last year and two forced fumbles. I mean, that's pretty good numbers. And that's something that Penn State hasn't seen in quite a while. Like they've had some good defensive players come through, obviously, but I'm trying to remember when they had one that had this much talk going into the draft, as much as Abdul Carter is. And I don't think that he is going to replace Travis Hunter as the premier number one guy. He's not going to do that. Some of the pros he has too, phenomenal speed and burst off the line. He just does everything well. He's got an elite athleticism. Good pass rush skills, ball skills, tackling ability. He does need to kind of improve his strength. I think that his size and everything, like 6'3" is good, 259 is good. He's just got to get in the weight room a little bit, build up some muscle just a little bit more, hit a little harder. Um, I think he's got to do a better job of, you know, don't worry about being hesitant to make a big play too. I think that even though he can be fast off the line, um, Abdul Carter, I've noticed at times personally watching him, he is a little hesitant. He's like he's there to go after the quarterback, but it takes him a split second. Why not when the ball is snapped, run after it, go that second? Take like yes, take your time on some stuff, go through your progressions, but at the same time, you know, speed kills. In a good way, I'm saying that. In a good way, I'm saying that speed will kill. It'll kill the offense. Man, if you got that on your defense, man, ain't nothing gonna stop that defense. I'm telling you. And he's going to be a good fit no matter where he ends up going. I would be shocked if he falls out of the top 5. Right now, I do honestly have him going 6. I say I'd be shocked if he's out of the top 5. We still got to watch the combine and everything, so it might change. I might do a trade or two in my mock. But I'm going to tell you this. I got him going 6 overall to the Raiders. I think the Raiders build up their defense with him at number 6. That's what I have currently. My deadline is by the time the draft kicks off, I better have round 1 set without making any changes during. But yeah, and by the way, I'm doing trades too. But he could go to the Browns, but I also think the Browns might take a quarterback. That's a good possibility. He could go to the Giants. What if the Giants pass up a quarterback, even though the experts and myself are saying don't pass that up? So I, if it wasn't for Travis Hunter too, if it wasn't for him, if Travis Hunter was not in this draft, I think Abdul Carter would go first to the Titans. I really would. And that's saying with a class of Cam Ward, with a class of Shador Sanders, Abdul Carter could really be a missing piece for the Titans. He'd be a missing piece for any of these teams. I would be shocked if he falls out of the top 5. Again, I have him at 6 right now, but we have a loaded like quarterback room, and those first 4 or 5 picks of the top 5 pretty much all need a quarterback, and that's just what you're going to see. But after Travis Hunter, if you're looking for defense, you're looking for Abdul Carter. That's facts. That's the key. And that's my opinion and assessment on him. So, got to hear from you guys in the comment section on Abdul Carter. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. God bless. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. I love y'all. See ya.